Are we currently witnessing the victory of international terrorism in the world? I want to share with you a concern that has been growing in me since I began researching this topic. I believe we today are witnesses to the victory of international terrorism. As of 9/11/2001, when a terrorist attack destroyed New York's Twin Towers, jihadist extremists have been winning ground from Western democracy, simply by instilling fear in the governments and in the citizens of the United States and its allies. Under the effect of panic, Western democracies have restricted human and civil rights through the implementation of exceptional laws and procedures, and in doing so have given rise to previously unthinkable occurrences such as the suspension of constitutional guarantees for prisoners of war, government violation of citizens' rights to privacy in telecommunications and in the mail, pressure brought to bear on the media, arbitrary arrest without a leveling of charges by a court of law, the limited use of torture both inside and outside of their territories, and the use of methods of warfare that violate not only national traditions, but also the Geneva and Vienna Conventions. Italy's General Carlo Dalla Chiesa, who led that country's anti-terrorist strategy in fighting the Red Brigades in the 1970s, once referred to the danger in fighting against a ruthless, non-traditional enemy of becoming something quite similar to that rival if one loses sight of the rule of law. On the occasion of the abduction and murder of former Prime Minister Aldo Moro, many called on Dalla Chiesa to use non-traditional methods such as torture to find out where the renowned statement was being held. But the general responded, "Italy can survive the loss of an Aldo Moro, but it will not survive the implementation of torture." This message should today serve as a warning to the United States and other Western democracies, which at other times in history has served as moral and ethical examples for the rest of the world, and which once clearly understood that if a single person's human and civil rights were allowed to be violated, everyone's rights would be at risk. The magnitude of the perceived threat is irrelevant. When liberty is not preserved, the essence of democracy suffers. It is in the methods of warfare that it is employing today that the United States most reveal how its attitude has changed since 9/11. This reflection of mine on what's happening in and to the United States is ever more applicable to other Western democracies as well. I believe that this is a perspective that we must bear in mind in looking at other conflicts around the world. During the Cold War, the possibility of a nuclear confrontation between the world's two greatest powers constituted a very real threat to the continuing existence of the human race. Today, we are once again risking extinctions for the satisfaction of imperialistic pretensions that demonstrate utter disregard for international law and the only relative success of the United Nations and other world bodies. I believe it is time to initiate a campaign among all nations for deep-reaching cooperation and education as means of finding an irreversible road to world peace.